So there's this small YouTube channel named Dhar Mann, and I personally think he's a little bit smelly. His videos are kind of stinky, and I personally don't like them. And yeah, that's really the only reason why I don't actually like his videos. It's because I'm more on the older side, and you know, his videos are more skewed at a younger audience. I also don't like Dhar Mann because he spreads these stupid little messages that we know don't really work in the real world. Sure, in the Dhar Mann cinematic universe, they work. But in our reality, where we don't have unicorns shitting Lucky Charms and we don't have Dhar Mann, our blessed Lord and Savior, saving everyone from the depths of despair, these messages are just too broad. For example, whenever he preaches,
you know what? Before you judge someone, you should probably get to know them first.
It doesn't work because these messages are too broad. The messages should be more specific. Like if we were to take the clip I showed earlier, it should straight up be, don't be racist, or if you're going to judge someone, be good at it. Because if you take his messages like don't judge someone before you get to know them into the real world, you're only going to end up getting exploited or worse. Let me give you an example. Madeline is into a guy named Matthias, alright? And Madeline's never talked to Matthias. They've never interacted before, but he's this really handsome guy. He's this billionaire philanthropist. He is like a Greek god amongst the men. Now, Madeline sees that Matthias is flirting with many women, and it's been confirmed by multiple women. Matthias the milkman's pumping his milk into all these girls and is very promiscuous. And you're telling me that since Madeline hasn't gotten to know Matthias, she should try to get to know him more before playing some cards to make the two a thing, even though he's been playing multiple girls? That's an extreme example, but you get the idea. These messages only work for people who've never talked to other real Homo sapiens, and to even have the balls to say that we're telling stories and changing lives is crazy. His videos only show don't do this or else you won't be able to get the money or fame from someone, which sounds really disingenuous. He does change the lives of the actors entirely, and not for the better. And we know that there is some level of mistreatment going on within this Dhar Mann studios from the Dhar Mann protests a while back, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to laugh at some Dhar Mann content, and today we're going to be watching Cheerleaders Don't Know Nerd is a Legend. I'm sure this video is going to be a paragon of human arts that will enlighten me on not judging a book by its cover or whatever, and it'll even cure cancer. I can guarantee you right now it'll cure every single disease on the planet. Not even, no shadow of a doubt.
Well, what about you, Garrett? Where are your tickets?
Our boy here ain't even got a date yet. You got any cute cheerleaders you could set him up with?
I'm good. I'm just not into those type of girls. No offense.
Alright, so we're starting off hot here, and we got Sid from Toy Stories over here laughing at his supposed friend for not having a date. The cheerleader ain't safe either. We got Ellie from Up over here thinking she's hot shit, and I can tell you right now she needs to be humbled a little bit. Also, the part where Sid asks the girls to set them up seems kinda wrong. Dhar Mann is painting the image to children that it's normal to have a girlfriend in high school, which, yeah, it is, but he's casting out people that don't have a girlfriend to be the losers and the unwanted people, which is kinda fucked up. To all you kids out there, trust me, you do not want to date people until you're in college. If you don't know what you can provide in a relationship, then you're dating for the sake of dating, and that's not going to last you very long. Meanwhile, on the other hand, we got Dhar Mann over here portraying high school cheerleaders as objects men can be just taking advantage of, and I think that's just kind of wrong.
Type's more like,
Okay, I think that this girl looks a little bit more like Ellie. I think I'll rename the cheerleader to Takis because apparently she's the hot stuff in the school.
I'm Brenna, and you are?
I am your father.
Yo, Takis, I highly suggest you run away from this girl. She's clearly got something wrong with her. Have you seen the videos of those crackheads that are so high that they don't even know what's going on? Yeah, that's exactly what's going on, since clearly she's got fentanyl in her system and she might tear your limbs off. Also, please carefully watch the following sequence.
Super weird.
I know, right? It's like so weird when he does that.
Yeah, well,
Ellie's being a little bit weird looking you up and down. Dhar Mann obviously scripts these or has someone script for him. However, him having Ellie look Takis up and down shows that Ellie is supposed to acknowledge that Takis is the queen bee of the school since her outfit is flashy and whatnot. Does that mean Dhar Mann thinks high schoolers should look hot and whatnot? I don't know, Dhar Mann's being a little bit weird with how he portrays females in like these skits that he makes.
Oh, speaking of Insta, what's your handle? And how many followers do you have?
Oh, I don't have Instagram or any social media. Any? Everyone our age at least has an Insta.
Ellie, she already saw you checking your phone. She knows you have an Instagram. You try to say it got hacked later on, but she's asking for your current Instagram. She knows you made a new one because you checked your phone. Also, this is another thing. Not every high schooler cares about having a large following. In fact, the majority don't, Dhar Mann. But you wouldn't know that because your mommy and daddy probably sent you to a private school with the massive funds they accumulated throughout their work and jobs, and all you know about public schools comes from Disney. It's even further supported by the fact that you were born in May 29th of 1984, and since the Disney Channel came out on April 18th, 1983, approximately a year before you were born, it's plausible your rich parents just had you watch the Disney Channel instead of being actual parents and entertaining you themselves. But then again, I could just be stupid, I don't know, but the point is, most high schoolers could give less of a shit how many followers people have.
Hello, females.
Whoa, okay Buster, I'ma stop you right there real quick. What the fuck? Dhar Mann, do you even know how people talk? Have you ever talked to anyone? First of all, normal people don't talk like this. If you rewind, you can see the guy who sits first doesn't even open his mouth and no one is talking. And since this guy has his back turned and he has a speaking role, that means he is most likely the one that said, "Hey there, females." But isn't the guy who's playing this role the guy who's supposed to get with the girl in the end? In my opinion, the way he says that sounds like his sole purpose of getting with the girl is to take advantage of her in some way. Dhar Mann, get with the times. No one says that. No one says, "Hey there, female." You just sound like a Redditor. You genuinely sound like a Reddit mod.
It's so cute, I love it.
I thought she quit making videos already. Why is there a ring light there? If she had quit from being made fun of, which by the way, if you're being made fun of, genuinely just turn off the fucking screen and go touch grass, she would have thrown that ring light out already or something. Apart from Dhar Mann being heavily inspired by the Disney Channel-esque acting, which already tells me how this video will end, is this part right here, where eventually she's gonna return to making stupid little TikToks.
Mademoiselle, Vogue, merci, bonjour, bon appetit.
Ryan, want me close up?
Holy fuck, did I just watch Dhar Mann stereotyping French people? That's crazy, Dhar Mann. Dhar Mann, labeled as the moral philosopher by the New York Times, stereotyping French people? Oh my god, we need to cancel this man. He's actually being a racist. Guys, we gotta cancel him. Yo, dude, her eyes just rolled to the back of her skull? The fuck? Dhar Mann, did you really just have her do that? That's so weird.
Lexi, switch with Allie. Now, come on, I don't have all practice.
Okay, that girl is getting slapped if I was the girl with the black hair. If I was removed from the spotlight because some random girl came along, I would have had problems. Also, Dhar Mann forgot to add subtitles here, but that's besides the point. This random girl came along and this ditzy little girl is getting observably much better treatment. I would have lit the school on fire, honestly, if I was her. I would have been boxing. I would have been tossing hands.
If I knew you were such a freak, I would have never invited you to sit with us. I want the uniform back too. Dry cleaned. You don't deserve to wear it.
Garrett.
Don't touch me.
Sorry.
Wah, wah, wah. Yeah, this part is just really over the top and stupid. No high schooler would actually act like this. The whole bullying thing just doesn't work like this. Usually if someone isn't liked, people would just be a little bit more quiet about the criticism. Also, wasn't that guy supposed to like weird and nerdy people? This entire sequence just doesn't make sense. I'm entirely convinced the script writers didn't even work with each other at all. Someone had worked on one half, the other person worked on the other half, and then in the end, I think that's how Dhar Mann actually gets these videos out, like at least 3 times, like once every other day, because he just has multiple people working on multiple different parts, and they're never coherent because they never work with each other.
Everyone, when I say Alice, you say cringe. Alice? Cringe. Alice? Cringe. When I say Alice, you say weird. Alleys. Weird. Alleys. Weird.
Bro, this isn't how bullying works. This just looks like you're performing an exorcism on a demon by saying their name a lot, something out of like The Conjuring or something. If you're going to make fun of someone, you usually just insult their appearance. You could have said she doesn't shower or something, I don't know, because like she plays Genshin Impact and like watches anime, but chanting and circling around her like you're trying to use the power of friendship and Cocomelon, you just look stupid doing that. It doesn't work out. It just never works out. High schoolers don't act like this.
But my name isn't Zoe. The truth is, my name is Allie.
Wouldn't people have found out who you really were anyways? There's things like 4chan on the internet. People would have known who you were for sure if you were as popular as the skit depicted you.
I was known as the weird.
Yeah, I'd make fun of you too. No sane high schooler puts fucking carrots in their teeth and pretends they're teeth. No one wants to be friends with that because that's genuinely weird. It's something either a child does or something an adult does for a paycheck. Now that I think about it, why are you sad that people think you're cringe? If you're so famous, you can just do this as a living. In the Dhar Mann cinematic universe, you can just make a living off being a famous TikToker. Sure, you're actually just cringe, but at least you're getting paid, and that makes you respectable. If you're scared of being leaked, why not wear a mask? I mean, there's so many inconsistencies here, and nothing makes sense. There's so many possible solutions, none of them are being taken into account in these scripts.
So, to all the haters you were talking about from your school, this is what you should do.
Oh man, Dhar Mann encouraging people to beat up kids? I'm sorry to say, but I'm disappointed in you, man. I thought you were better. You were like the moral philosopher that the New York Times called you, man. Like, I'm just disappointed.
Kidding, of course.
Holy fuck, he's encouraging sexual assault too. That's crazy. And the rest of this video is basically a happy cheesy ending where everyone is ripping off their shirt, twirling it over their heads. Like rainbows are being shot out, unicorns are shitting out rainbow Lucky Charms, pots of gold are being thrown everywhere by these leprechauns because Harper Zilmer went to a dance and Allie can leech off of her following, and the villains get humiliated, classic Disney Channel style. Oh no, their dress is ruined, and then overall the video ends. He's advertising his next videos, blah blah blah, and overall, in terms of suckiness, this video sucks. Dhar Mann, get good. Your skits are just absolute circuses, and thank you for watching. Curse technique. Cringe on main.